I never planned to become a parent, especially not at such a young age, and definitely not to my own sister. When people hear that sentence, they usually pause. They expect a dramatic twist. But the truth is simple. Someone had to step up, and no one else did. My sister was still a child when everything started falling apart. Our parents were physically present, but emotionally, they were gone. Bills, arguments, exhaustion, disappointments, all of it consumed them. Someone still had to wake her up for school. Someone had to make sure she ate. Someone had to help with homework, listen to her fears, calm her down at night. That someone became me. At first, I told myself it was temporary, just helping out, just being a good older sibling. But days turned into months. Months turned into years. I learned how to braid her hair because she cried when it hurt. I learned what foods she refused to eat and which ones made her smile. I learned how to lie calmly and say, "Everything is fine," even when it wasn't. She started calling for me instead of our parents when she had nightmares. She waited for me to come home before sleeping. She trusted me with secrets she was afraid to tell anyone else. That's when I understood the truth. I wasn't just her brother anymore. I was her stability, her routine, her safety. I packed her lunches, I attended school meetings, I learned how to discipline without breaking her spirit. I learned how to be patient when I was exhausted. There were moments when I felt angry. Not at her, never at her, but at the situation. I watched other kids live freely, while I worried about grocery lists and bedtime schedules. I grew up faster than I should have. Responsibility doesn't ask if you're ready. It just arrives. One night, she asked me a question I will never forget. She looked at me and said, "Will you always be here?" I didn't answer immediately, because I knew the weight of that promise. But then, I said yes. From that moment on, I stopped seeing this role as a burden. It became my purpose. I taught her how to ride a bike. I held her hand on her first day of school. I defended her when others were unfair. I celebrated her small victories like they were the biggest achievements in the world. She grew stronger, more confident, safer. And I grew too. Not taller, not richer, but deeper. I learned empathy, sacrifice, strength that doesn't shout. Today, she still calls me when life feels overwhelming, and I still answer. I didn't become a father by biology. I became one by presence, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.